from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. What a game. We've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Kentucky Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Kentucky got one of the bright young stars in the college football universe. Will Stein has done a fantastic job for the last several years as the Oregon offensive coordinator. Now, an opportunity to run his own program in the SEC. We'll see if Will Stein can get the Kentucky Wildcats back on top as contenders in the South.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And just a short. Glad to have you with us from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Kentucky Wildcats. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Kickoff to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Kentucky's offense that has the first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll give it to Baxter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
On third down, here's Baxter. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The seventh play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. The timing, their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to prep.
Taking a shot on the first play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time. What the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell makes a catch. You always hear, put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. That, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And they have increased the degree of difficulty with the false start. It is 3rd and goal. Keelan Russell. Quarterback extends the play. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back. Scrimmage. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3 from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Running right, it's Baxter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way in the offense. very lucky to keep possession on that one. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move. Scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keeps it on the option. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Alabama pushing the tempo. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Looking for room. It's Hill. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Russell throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. They go play action with Russell. Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead is 6 in the 1st.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They get to him as he throws. Complete to the right. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Miller. Dragged down, and they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that one hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires quickly. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's a little room there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Quickly back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Run in the red zone. It's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Throwing Russell. Under fire. And down he goes.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They're now up 9-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's going to be really interesting to watch Kentucky this year offensively, and I think running the ball is going to be critical. Will Stein now the new head coach, and he brings in C.J. Baxter, a running back from Texas, David, a guy that was so highly recruited coming out of high school, had some injury issues early on during his time at Texas, but he has tremendous upside, and if he can stay healthy, this running game, I think, can take off.
Take off, game-breaking. They fortify the offensive line in the transfer portal. They've got to get back to that physical ground game. And you're right about Baxter. This guy was all-world, everything recruit. Lightning in a bottle, can make those big plays. Look forward to watching this Kentucky offense hopefully get a bounce back and get some spring in their step.
Right on the money. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Makes a catch. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There's a crease. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Keelan Russell. Here's a hit. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
On first down, it's Baxter again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have to work with before the half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Running inside, it's Hill. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll go down with the slide, but there is a flag on the field, and it may all be for naught. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Russell unloads it left, and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up. PAT. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Russell. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. Oh, they're after him. Looking for a big play. And it's Slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Again, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. This time it's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Keelan Russell. Quick strike complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 5 here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. And it's LSU with the lead right now in the first half. This has been a good one, a battle of 1-0 teams. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Checking in with Coach DeBoer at a half. One of the things he said, he is really pleased with how they have started the first half in this tough conference opener. As you know, the SEC is a gauntlet, but he thinks his team set the tone. He said that was a great start, but we can be even better. They cannot take their foot off the gas here to start the third quarter.
Thanks, Holly. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Takes the handoff. It's Hill.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Russell. That's caught. It's Rodgers. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Hill. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They're going to ride this running back. There's some room. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the lone back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll try the counter. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Got his man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Baxter. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And I love man, they just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part, probably the hardest too, getting him on the ground.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find... continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. C.J. Baxter one more time, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down. and the Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Hill. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there. Tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running into the open space. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Kentucky going quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Escapes the pressure going right.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the 1st down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Pass protection has been a problem all night long, and now it's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He'll take a deep shot here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
Yeah, man, this whole... has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throwing Russell. Got it in the middle. It's Hill. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move, it's Hill. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Keelan Russell. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
On first down, it's Baxter again. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy, and he gets you a first down, and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking for space. It's Hill.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Got a little grass. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to...
Snags it and he's open. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. At the 45, on his way. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. He's got it on the right. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the foot. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just keep slinging it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Makes the grab over the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go with Baxter. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your... All players right in the middle of your defense, and watch that dude hunt, man. Fourth down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back. End. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And the defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Off the play fake on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. With the catch, it's Baxter. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll drag him down, but that sweet little spin move gives him 9. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And tackled there by the defense. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. Nice move to keep running. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Got a man, it's Anderson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Covered like a blanket, and he still makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Gilmore.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Pocket breaking down. Fakes the grab on the left. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Looking to throw on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit. Just not enough of that today.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. On fourth down, looking to pass. He'll take a shot. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make the plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch it with your coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it, you got to get better, you got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.